Right, welcome to Align Trading. Hopefully, everyone is having a good weekend, but just taking a look at the market recap from Friday as well as last week before going over what to be watching with the week ahead. First thing here, going over Friday in the pre market brief for Discord members, I explained that you have to be paying attention if we do want to continue closing this cup. Watch for this shoulder right here. You can see how we hold this as support. And then for the cup to close right, looking up here at this level, and you see how we form that resistance later in the day and end up forming that head and shoulder rejection, fill the gap, and then from there, right, we get that return to the 5-day moving average and breaking out of this green and white algorithm that I talked about. If we were to head down from the beginning of the morning right here with this head and shoulder and turn the 5-day moving average into resistance there, could have seen a similar thing with a dump towards this 20-day. Now up here, right after we reach this level, you can see how we've closed that cup. Didn't quite reach the final previous high, but you can see we are building with this blue and yellow controlled selling algo. You even see this inverse head and shoulder starting to form right there, but cannot break out of that level. And you see that head and shoulder rejection. If I go here on the 1 minute, you can see even if you took this trade, right, could have been a profitable trade to the upside, nearly closing that cup again, protect the trade. And then when you see that this same algorithm right here is not continuing to work, then you need to get out. You should have a stop, right? Should be very easy to see this. And you see how we begin forming this inverse cup and handle right here. You see these white algorithms right here. Now, the reason that the rest of the chart is not annotated, I did head out around here in the morning. I was only on briefly as I had family coming into town, and this price action right here was just not something I wanted to be trading. Did not get in on this. Sure, blue and yellow is in control. You can see it, but I was waiting for some sort of larger structure. So if we came back down, right, something like this, or we close this inverse cup and begin seeing that dump like I talked about here on the 30, if we did want to start forming this earlier in the morning. Again, right, the reason you're here is learning to do this for yourself. I provided the early algorithms, and from here, right, with the white, watch how you can identify the trade even here, right? Same white algorithm. I tried placing a few more just as I could before I got busy, and then from here, the rest is on you. But you can see this same algorithm, right, is in control. Same thing, right, all the way down. And then look, you can also see there is this tapering algorithm possibly. So what you can do is identify it, right? Chart that algorithm right here. And then you can identify if there is tapering, and there is not, but you can see how it continues forming the structure on the way down. You can see that handle within that cup. Once again, right, double top. See that white algo, inverse cup, handle, same thing, and it is within this tapering algorithm. So if there was a reversal, right, you would be able to see that. You would see it grabbing this liquidity on the way back up. Probably would want to regain the previous low from the morning, right, that opening price, and nothing like that occurred. So plenty of trades in there if you were still trading. Also, I do just want to mention, with me not posting a video this week, you can still see I am live in here every single day with the Discord members going back. With that being said, I want to talk about what to be watching now here on the 30-minute chart and kind of how we got to where we are. So again, like we talked about last weekend, we would be looking for this inverse cup and handle right here if it wanted to break out of that green algo and grab this liquidity down here and continue heading down. Otherwise, right, pay attention if this is just a pullback, and we do want to continue heading back up, forming something like this. You can see how we begin forming it with this blue and yellow, forming this messy cup and handle sort of thing right here that eventually gives us this move up right on Friday. And then, like we talked about how we got here, but now we are at this 5-day moving average with the 20-day below. Here on the daily chart, you can see right perfectly close this cup. You can see at that level. So it would have been a very, very easy thing to manage your risk up here, knowing that we're probably not just going to continue straight up through it. And if we do, right, runners can be going, but got to prepare for anything. And you can see how we are forming this head and shoulder now on the 5-day with this 20-day just below. Now, does that not mean that we can form this inverse head and shoulder and get a bounce back off of it? Of course, but you do have to pay attention. This is some sort of larger double top forming and we lose the 20-day, could see a revisit of somewhere down in this area, breaking through these lows first, right? Got to reach that bottom Bollinger, but that is something that you could pay attention to. Zooming out here on the 30-minute chart, as I'm talking about with this recent double top up here after closing this cup, like we talked about, if we cannot regain the 5-day, we are closer in the post market to the 20. So if we do get a bounce off of it and then regain the 5-day, pay attention to that. This is possible, right? You can see how we could build something like that again, forming that inverse cup right here. You would then want to be seeing this handle at the 20 as we continue to head down, right? Grabbing this liquidity if we form a larger inverse cup and handle. Now, zooming out some more, you can see that we still have this unfilled gap down here as well. If we do, like I said, continue heading down, pay attention if that is an area where we get a slight bounce. Maybe something like that has to form as we continue heading down, or right, we grab this liquidity and we make our way down back to these lows, forming this inverse cup. Both are possibilities that can happen. Not here to predict, but react and trade it. That is all I have for the video. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.